what a job the linesmen have in the NHL.
Well, they're just like mules. No fear of punishment, no chance of reward. And Hodges just lost an edge and went right down crashing on his side.
What a job description. Who would ever apply for that? Boy, really, they do so many thankless things, though. But fortunately, Bob Hodges is okay. Here's the draw, cleared in behind the Hawk net. Yanni hammers it off the glass back the other way. Mike Lawler is back there. He'll put the touch on it for an icing call. The main man here with the St. Louis franchise is Michael Shanahan.
I didn't know he was quite a soccer player in college. Tells me he couldn't do much with his hands. Played at St. Louis University on the 59-60 NCAA championship teams. But quite a classy man. He's
really is a fine gentleman, and he's really done a lot in a short period of time to try to get this franchise turned in the right direction. He had quite a hole to dig out of. The hole that was left by Harry Orness. Face off to the left of Millen. Here's the draw taken by Gilbert, and he clears it back into the blue zone. Featherstone. Give it to Lowry. Dave Lowry bangs it in there. Over to the far corner it goes. Now Mahar against Bob Murray there. Game free along the boards. Lawler in after it. Shot it behind the net. Keith Brown bounced it to Larmer on the right wing boards. He failed to get it out. Mahar trying to center one. Deflects the Rich Sutter trying to put it in front. And a nice play by Larmer to pick it off. Now a centering pass. And a shot I think got to the post. Millen able to corral it as Lowry and Sutter were around the front of the goal. A shot trickled by Millen and may have gotten to the post, but he was able to smother it there. 16 minutes to go in the second period. 2-1 St. Louis.
Hi.
Oh, hi. We're having dinner at that new restaurant across the street.
Yeah.
They don't serve wine yet.
I know. What are you having?
Chicken, fish, pasta.
Here, try this. They'll love it.
Gallo. I think they might want something a little fancier.
Just let them taste it. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Nice wine.
Good job, Dave. What is it?
Ernest and Julio Gallo's White Grenache. It will change the way you think about Gallo.
Well, the Blues finally with some pressure on the Blackhawks. It almost results in their third goal. The puck bouncing around. The shot on goal deflected. Lowry's backhand attempt. Kicked at by Millen and right off the post, and Millen's able to reach back and glove it, so he gets a break, and then Sutter comes in and hacks at it. And then the rest of the players come around. A lot of conversation and pushing and shoving, but a face-off to Millen's right.
Which is controlled by Manson. Clearing it up the boards to Lemieux. Jocelyn Lemieux dumping it in. Back of the goal, Brindamore harassed by Presley, who jammed it loose to Lemieux on the far side. Into the corner, Roenick. Jeremy Roenick center one. They score! Roenick threw it right through the slot, and Dave Manson all alone off the near post. A one-time shot in past Riendo, and Manson puts the Hawks into an even game now at 2-2.
Well, good forechecking by Presley, who lost his glove, went down on his knees, tied up Brindamore in behind. Then Roenick got it from the corner, across Schnapp's stick, over Presley, right to Manson, who came in from his defense position. Was there for the longest time. No one paid attention to him. Lemieux banks it off the boards to Roenick. Roenick, intending for Presley, misses Presley, but right to Manson. Manson just gets enough of it from a sharp angle. Riendo slow to react to the Manson goal.
Dave Manson's first goal and second point of the playoffs. Manson from Roenick and Presley at 4:38. First career playoff goal for Dave Manson after scoring 5 times in regular season play. So the Hawks now catch the Blues at a deuce. And here's the draw taken by Manson at center. Lost it there to Zezel. Now Paul Cavallini gave it to Zezel, but the Blues offside on the play. Well, after that first goal by St. Louis, the 18-second mark of the first, on which Manson had control in his own end, only to lose an edge and hit the deck, allowing the Blues to score. The Chicago defenseman has to feel a lot better about things now.
Just one an unfortunate situation. It has a tendency to play with your confidence first shift, and you fall down, lose an edge, you cough up the puck, and bang, it's in your net. Manson coming through in a big way, snuck in behind everyone and got a nice feed from Jeremy Roenick, who keeps the scoring streak alive at 8 games now. Roenick with 6 goals and 3 assists for 9 points. Amazing how this game turns around. Lowry has a backhand shot that eludes Millen, hits the post. The Blackhawks come right back and score to tie it up. Instead of being 3-1 St. Louis, it's a 2-2 game. Michel Goulet scored his first goal as a Blackhawk here in the arena, a shorthanded goal. And the next time he played at home, he got 2 goals in the first half of the game, but was flattened by Featherstone, injured his ribs and missed about 3 weeks of action, and really never got back into shape.
Now Manson flips it to the Blues line. Paul Cavallini swings it around the boards. Momesso. Sergio Momesso flipped it to center. And there goes Brett Hull down to the ice. Michel Goulet will have a seat. So 5 minutes gone in the second period. The Blues head to the power play, trying to break a 2-2 deadlock as we pause for a regional break.
The WBL is back. Sports Channel America presents exclusive national coverage of this Dynamite Hoops League that features a 6'5" height limit that makes it faster and more exciting. The WBL is back on Sports Channel America.
Watch some of the best soccer players compete in one of the oldest soccer leagues in the world. Direct from Great Britain, it's English League Soccer. Rugged and exciting action every week on English League Soccer. Only on Sports Channel. Check your TV listings for days and times.
Michel Goulet, a hooking penalty at 5:21. Pulled down Brett Hull. Swats at the high clearing attempt, gloved ahead by Brett Hull, and Hull goes down with a hook from Goulet, and the Blues looking to pull ahead again on the power play. Their 4th of the night. They're 1 for 3.
The draw cleared behind the Blues net. Let me finish some bookkeeping. I said that Roenick and Presley assisted that last goal by Manson. It's Lemieux, not Presley, getting the second assist at 4:38 of the second period. Blues dump it in on the power play. Gilbert in the far corner. Battles his way behind the net. Zezel stopped him there, and now a hand pass ruled against St. Louis to bring on a whistle.
Well, I hope that's what McCreary was signaling. Anyway, the faceoff will go to the neutral zone. That's a terrific stat. 7 game-winning goals for the Blues in the last 15 playoff victories. Last time the Blues beat the Blackhawks in playoff competition, 1988. And Brett Hull got 3 winning goals in that series.
The only time the Blues have ever knocked Chicago out of the playoffs. Chicago's won 5 series from St. Louis previously. Zezel, Ron Wilson, and Hull on the Blues power play with Oates and Brown, as now Adam Oates dumps it in. Bob Murray sends it to the far side. Held in nicely by Oates to Zezel along the boards. Peter Zezel to the corner. Back to the line. Oates put it across to Jeff Brown. Near circle Hull. His one-timer flipped wide. Now Zezel. And Yoni's lost his stick. The Hawks only have 3.5 out there now. Ron Wilson out to the deep slot. Here's Jeff Brown. Gave it to Oates. Touch pass for Wilson. The Blues are on the perimeter. Side of the net, Zezel failed to pick it up off the end boards. The Hawks want to whistle, and they'll get it as Bob Murray pins it up against the side of the net. And then the goal dislodged, with Chicago desperately wanting a whistle there, with Trent Yawney having lost his stick.
Well, the forward up high in the box should give his stick to the defenseman. I'm surprised Larmer didn't see that and make the attempt, but that's Bob Murray, an experienced move there, realizing the situation, just finally fell on top of it to the side of the net. And Yanni comes up high after he lost his stick. Ron Wilson in behind. They're trying to take advantage of it. The pass misses Zezel and comes out to the side of the net, and Bob Murray pushes it under Millen to get a face-off. 55 seconds remaining on the Goulet hooking penalty. The Blues with one power play goal and 3 chances on the power play. Only 2 in the series so far.
Dennis Savard and Ron Wilson will get ready for the draw. Here it is, right to Oates, a quick shot, and Millen makes the save. Savard twice has been beaten cleanly on faceoffs, and in his own end, the first one resulted in a Brett Hull goal.
Well, you'd like to have a right-handed shot, trying to pull it back in the corner. Savard, or left-handed centerman, trying to pull it on his backhand. Savard beaten. Second time he's been beaten in a short-handed situation cleanly. Millen made the save, and then Troy Murray had a chance to clear. Couldn't quite find the location of the puck at his feet.
Meanwhile, on that clearing attempt, it wound up in the Chicago bench, and somebody got nailed with that shot. Mike Keenan ducked out of the way. I think he avoided it. But Mike Gavsky over helping out one of the Chicago people. However, it appears that everything now has been squared away. Might have been this. Oh, that was the security guard. They have a security officer there, and he's the man that got dinged with that one. Now here are the Blues on the power play. Jeff Brown gave it to Brett Hull to the deep slot. Larmer turned him around. Stolen away for a moment, then the Blues hold it in. Zezel lost it to Bob Murray, who has a stick grab by Hull as he tried to clear it. The Blues keep it in. Brind'Amour in the near corner. Gave it to Hull. Back to Brind'Amour. It missed him. Taken by Bob Murray. He clears it down all the way.
And finally, the Blackhawks able to clear. They had possession 3 different times, failed to clear it on every opportunity, and most times that ends up in your net, but finally Bob Murray was able to get it.
Blues cleared into the Hawk zone. Manson back, and he cleared it to center as the Chicago penalty expires. Both teams back at full strength. Here's Wayne Presley beating Dave Manson. Couldn't get it in deep. Now taken by Roenick, and he shot it back to the St. Louis goal. Momesso now carries it to center ice. Got tied up there. McLean trying to send it ahead to Brind'Amour. However, the Hawks steal and move back in there offside. With 12 minutes remaining in the second period, it's tied at 2 as we pause for a regional break.
Sports Channel America cranks up the power this summer with nitro-breathing piston-powered action. See 8 top NASCAR races in the Grand National Championship. The series takes off April 28th with the Busch Grand National 200, only on the Sports Channel America network. Soccer fever is gripping America as it prepares for its first World Cup appearance in 40 years. Sports Channel America presents exclusive coverage of key games leading up to this worldwide showdown in Italy. Catch World Cup fever only on the Sports Channel America network.
Faceoff coming out outside the St. Louis line. And the draw is taken by Thomas, who shoots it in. Comes loose to the near side to Keith Brown. A shot and a save by Riendo. And he did well to corral that, not giving up a rebound as a couple of Hawks went storming to the net. Thomas and Lemieux. Steve Thomas with a 5-game point streak entering the action tonight. 2 goals and 6 points in the last 5 playoff starts for Steve Stumpy Thomas. The hockey version, Chicago White Sox fans would remember Walter No Neck Williams. And Steve Thomas is the Blackhawks' answer to old No Neck.
You're aging yourself.
Here's the draw. Thomas trying to stuff it in. Riendo stopped him. Rebound Creighton. Trying to hack at it. He couldn't connect. Now the Blues, Paul Cavallini leads ahead to Gino. Loose pass. He eludes Ron Wilson, and Manson takes over for the Blackhawks. Leading Thomas on left wing. Steve Thomas. His pass deflects to Lemieux. Carries it in behind the net. Got a rough ride there from Roberts, and now Momesso gave it to Paul Cavallini, beating Ron Wilson, who couldn't corral it at center ice. Thomas does. Steve Thomas got stopped at the line by Roberts. Now Momesso rolling it into the Blackhawk zone. Taken by Dennis Savard. There'll be a penalty coming up. Doug Wilson got tied up with Momesso, and Wilson's going to be called for a penalty here. 11 minutes to go in the second. It's Chicago 2, St. Louis 2.
You never know what the day will bring.
Just contract law.
Next building.
But the unexpected's a real sure thing. On demand, you're more sure.
You see, Sure responds on demand to work harder when you need it more.
No volunteers?
So Sure helps keep you dry.
You may never know when you need more Sure, but Sure knows when.
The third part.
Correct. To give you more, raise your head on demand. You're more Sure.
Well, a questionable call. Now the Blues will get their 5th power play. The last one for Goulet was a hooking call. This one, Doug Wilson tries to slow up Momesso, who dumped it in. It looked like it was a mutual understanding. They both go to the ice as they both had a pretty good grip on each other, but it's Wilson who gets the call. His 2nd holding penalty of the night, and the Blues get their 5th power play.
Larmer is going to go for this draw, but Zezel wins another one to Brown. Far side to Zezel, back to Brown. Now Brindamore for Zezel, centering Hall, the quick shot. Millen the save. I think that shot might have partially been blocked by Yanni. Still, Millen had to be alert. And Red Hall just never seems to hang on to the puck. When it's there, it's gone just as quickly.
Well, it was a bit in front of him, and he just sort of shoveled at it. F. Brown. Pass into Zezel. Zezel back out to the slot. Red Hall got enough of it. Millen got a piece of it and then fell on top of it. And Hull had some words with Gilbert well after it. It appeared that the puck was a bit in front of him, and he still was able to let the shot away.
Larmer and Zezel again. Larmer won this one, and Bob Murray cleared. Jeff Brown on it. Brown sends Brindamore to center ice. Rod Brindamore, with 5 points in the first 2 games, now goes down. Larmer steals, starts the other way, crossing the line, shoots one. He fired a wrister up high and wide. Taken by Adam Oates. Cleared it up the near side. Brindamore whacked it out to center. Yanni steals it there. Cleared it back to the Blues line. Now Brindamore carries it back into the Hawk zone. Brindamore up the slot to Brown. He scores! Jeff Brown on a one-time feather pass from Rod Brindamore, and the rookie Brindamore continues his outstanding series. It's 3-2 St. Louis.
Troy Murray had a chance to spring Savard at the Blues line. Fanned on the pass. The Blues picked it up, come the other way. Brindamore to Hull, back to Brindamore. The backhand pass, I don't know how he knew Brown was there. Brown coming in on the off wing, and he cranked it up to beat Millen to the sticks or glove side. Some beautiful passing by the Blues, resulting in their 2nd power play goal and a 3-2 Blues lead with 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the 2nd period. But Troy Murray failed to corral a loose puck inside the Blues line with Savard all alone. Fanned on it, and the Blues picked it up, and with some nifty passing made them pay. A little
Brind'Amour now with 2 goals and 4 assists for the Blues in the first 2.5 games of this series. Jeff Brown, meanwhile, scoring the power play goal. Brown with his second playoff goal and 8th point. How's Brett Hull doing tonight? 3 goals for the Blues. He's scored 1, assisted on the other 2. Paul Cavallini now. Back of the Hawk net to Ron Wilson. He centered it. Came through to the near side. Here's Roberts holding it in. Gave it to Paul Cavallini. Fired it around the board. McLean behind the net. Trying to center one. It deflects to Ron Wilson. He put it in front. Big scramble there. Millen has control. And he's able to freeze it to gain a whistle.
The Blues spurred on by that power play goal, come right off the face-off in the neutral zone and put pressure on the Blackhawks. Get the puck in behind the net and try to stuff it in on a wraparound. A short shift there by the Blackhawk unit. Keenan didn't like that situation, and he puts fresh troops out with a face-off again deep in the Hawk zone.
Savard, Larmer, and Gilbert for Chicago, and the Blues answer with Mahar, Sutter, and Lowry. Now ready to the left of Millen. The draw to Sutter for Lowry. His shot, and a save by Millen, and he hangs on, and the Blackhawks have got to find a way to get some improvement, especially in their defensive zone faceoff.
You get in a lot of trouble if you don't win faceoffs, the majority of them. A lot of good chances created off the faceoffs for the Blues here in the second half of the hockey game. The second part of the first period, they got more and more chances. It looked like the Blackhawks were off to a good start killing penalties, but the Blues, the big edge late in the first and the second period.
After losing that draw, Savard and Gilbert come off. Creighton and Lemieux come on. And Sutter makes a full-scale line change with Oates coming out with McLean and Brind'Amour. Now the draw. McLean kicked at it, but right to Larmer. Steve Larmer rolled it to center ice. Now taken there by Creighton, stepping over the line. An extra stick handling move forced Larmer offside. Adam Creighton with a great opportunity for a rush and had to dust it off before he crossed the line.
One extra move and another good chance thwarted. The Blackhawks had a 2-on-1 earlier, Savard and Secord, but never got a shot off. There, a little dump pass by Creighton to Larmer, and Larmer's in all alone. They wanted to make one extra move. An extra move caused the offside.
Here's the draw, taken by Lawler to McLean. Got tied up by Lemieux, then high stick to McLean. Stick came up on Lemieux, and Bill McCreary comes over to have a look. The penalty is on the way. Will it be minor or major? We'll tell you when we come back. Halfway through the second period, it's 3-2 St. Louis.
It passed 110 other cars to become one of Car and Driver magazine's 10 best. The distinctive Mercury Sable. The editors of Car and Driver have seen the light.
Nothing moves you like a Mercury.
See your dealer now for low financing or special savings on 1990 Mercury Sable GS.
Lemieux clipped by a high stick from Paul McLean, but McCreary rules it's only a 2-minute high sticking penalty. Lemieux trying to get at Featherstone, the puck in front of him, and the stick of McLean just grazes the left eye of Lemieux. Lemieux goes down, and it didn't appear to be an accidental situation, and yet only a 2-minute penalty.
So the Blackhawks Well, a power play opportunity here, and the draw is taken by Lowry. Dave Lowry will waste a little time at center ice and then clear it.
Third power play of the night for the Blackhawks.
Doug Wilson puts Savard to center. Flipped it for Goulet over the line on the left side. Cutting and shoots. He hit the side of the net. In behind it goes. Goulet left it there for Savard. He was too well covered. Now Goulet got knocked down in the corner, but fed Bob Murray nicely. Murray to Goulet near circle. Side of the net, Larmer. Bouncing puck away from him. Came loose along the boards. Bob Murray able to hold it in for a moment. Not for long, though. Paul Cavallini cleared. A minute left on the Chicago power play. Roenick races down the left side. Stopped at the line. Stolen by Featherstone, who clears it. Now Manson goes down behind the net, but Roenick there to help him out. Feeds ahead for Thomas. Thomas races back into the St. Louis zone. Stopped at the line. Ron Wilson clears. The Blues standing up beautifully at their own blue line here, even while short-handed. Now Featherstone's lost his stick. Here comes Creighton over the line for Thomas. Thomas on the near side, dropped it back to the line. Manson into the corner. Thomas trying to center one. Riendo blocked the pass. Thomas again in the near corner. 20 seconds left on the penalty. The Blues steal, and Lowry clears. Brent Yanni looking for Manson, but Mahar picked it off. Mahar knocked down by Manson, got back up to feed Paul Cavallini. Cavallini in traffic. Now Mahar got leveled again by Manson. The play goes on. The penalty is over now, and both teams are back at full strength. And Mahar limps off, dragging his right leg. Here's Gilbert over the line shooting. He shot it upstairs. Taken by McLean, who shot it back into the Hog zone. Rick Mahar limped off to the St. Louis bench after that last shift. He was dragging his right leg severely, it appeared. Here comes Presley the other way. Shoots one. Couldn't get it by Jeff Brown. Back of the net, Lawler. Mike Lawler rolled it out to center ice. Keith Brown there for Chicago. His pass deflecting to Brindamore. Rod Brindamore into the Chicago zone. Lost the handle to Keith Brown. Brown to Presley on right wing. Baiting Lemieux to center. He shovels it in there. Jeff Brown. Ahead to McLean on right wing at center. McLean gains the line, then Creighton took him off the puck. It's cleared back to the St. Louis zone. Now 6 minutes remaining in the second period. 3-2 Blues as Manson steps into the St. Louis zone, weaving to the far side, shooting, and a save by Riendo. Rebound, and it's hopped away from Dwayne Sutter out to center. Now taken by Momesso. Beating Zezel over the line. Zezel walks in front, shoots one, and a save by Millen. Rebound to Doug Wilson, and he cleared it to center ice. Taken there by Dwayne Sutter, who dumps it in. Jeff Brown on it. Long feed to Momesso, and he accepted a two-line pass, and the play is stopped. 5.5 left in period 2. St. Louis 3, Chicago 2.
Are your teeth sensitive? Do they hurt? Watch out for the domino effect. It could end in tooth loss. It's a chain reaction that can start with sensitive teeth, then pain, which can make you stop brushing. That can lead to plaque buildup, gingivitis, periodontal disease, even tooth loss. Sensodyne helps stop the pain. And the domino effect. Ask your dentist if you need Sensodyne, the toothpaste dentists recommend most for sensitive teeth. Helps stop the pain and the domino effect with Sensodyne.
With Dale Talon, Pat Foley in the St. Louis Arena.
Another wonderful game. All three games have been terrific. Blues won the first one. Dominated play in the first 35 minutes. The Blackhawks came on, made it a game. Lost 4-3. Game 2 is end-to-end, exciting game. The Blackhawks scored in the empty net to win 5-3, and it's going to go down to the wire again. 3-2 St. Louis lead here with 5.5 to go in the second period.
Brent Yanni on the far side with a long shot. Riendeau stopped it. Then Featherstone put it to the near board. Keith Brown holds it in for Thomas. Thomas tees it up. His shot and a save by Riendeau. The rebound, Ron Wilson has nowhere to go, trying to hammer it off the boards. Hawks hold it in, however. Now bouncing loose to the slot. Larmer had a diving poke check by Paul Cavallini. Knocked it away from Steve Larmer. Lowry the other way. Couldn't corral a bouncing puck. Larmer does. He feeds Thomas at center, looking for Savard over the line, and the pass a little behind him, allowing Momesso to steal it. Back behind the Blues net. Here's Savard trying to center one. Deflects to the far corner, and Thomas. Steve Thomas put it in front. Paul Cavallini in position to steal that one. And now the Blues fail to clear it. Savard to steal for Larmer. 2-on-1, cutting in for Thomas. Right in. He shoots. Riendeau rebound Thomas. And a save, rebound again. And Thomas's third chance doesn't get through. Paul Cavallini clears it back into the Hog zone. Vincent Riendeau had a one-on-one confrontation with Steve Thomas, and the goaltender emerged victorious. Here's a two-line pass to Brett Hull and a whistle.
Savard with a giveaway inside the Blues line on the far side, picked it up, got it into Larmer. Larmer back to Thomas, and Thomas beaten by Riendeau as he went to the backhand, faked the shot, went to the backhand. Riendeau would go for it and got the glove on it. Savard strips it away, cuts in, stops. Dump pass over to Larmer. 2-on-1 situation with Paul Cavallini. Larmer gets it by the stick of Cavallini to Thomas. Thomas drifts, waits, and fires it right into the glove. Oh, Riendeau having a terrific playoff series against the Blackhawks. Makes a key save there to keep the Blues ahead 3-2.
Now Doug Wilson feeds Roenick. Clearing it into the Blues zone. Mike Lawler knocked down behind the net. Roenick trying to steal it. Bumped along the boards by Gino Cavallini, and out comes Zezel. Peter Zezel looking for Hull. Flipped it too far for him. Now Doug Wilson cleared it behind the goal. The Blues, Gino Cavallini is there, but his centering pass deflects to the line. Lawler kept it in. Behind the net, away from Zezel. And Manson tries for Presley, who has room on the right side at center. Presley puts Roenick over the line. Stopping, and then he cleared it behind the net. Hull gave it away to Gilbert. In behind to Presley, trying to move out in front. Lawler knocked into the ice. And it's cleared back to the Hawk zone. Conroy dumping it back in. Lawler around to the near board, held in by Bob Murray, trying to center it. Lawler steals that one, and back come the Blues. Zezel gains the line, and Brind'Amour in there just ahead of the play. Now McLean and Lemieux with a little pushing after the whistle, but no further developments.
Well, Lemieux fell down, and McLean made him pay, gave him a face full of glove, but McCreary, no penalty called in that situation. And McLean clipped Lemieux in the left eye earlier. Got away with it, only a 2-minute minor for it. Meanwhile, the other end, a giveaway by Hull, picked up by Gilbert. Presley, a dangerous move, trying to come out with his back to the front of the net, was leveled from behind by Lawler. Riendeau's best save, though, in the last shift prior to the Presley chance on Steve Thomas. Jocelyn Lemieux, originally drafted by the Blues, scored his first career hat trick in the regular season against the Blues this year. Missed a couple of games in the first playoff series against the North Stars.
Oates, Brind'Amour, and McLean remain on for the Blues, while it'll be Creighton, Goulet, and Lemieux for the Blackhawks. Aired into the Blues zone. Jeff Brown hit it to the right wing boards. McLean shot it to center. Now Paul McLean able to gain control for St. Louis, and the Blues dump it in. McLean in behind the net, tied up by Conroy there. Then Brind'Amour dug it out. Brindamore looking for Oates. He got to him in the corner, centered it. Brindamore couldn't find the handle. Adam Creighton does and slides it back into the St. Louis end. Paul Cavallini ahead too far for Oates. Brent Yanni gathers it into Manson, and he lost it as he came to the line. Now Yanni retreating deep into his own zone. Gave it to Manson. Long feed to Larmer at center. Steve Larmer flipped it over the line, but Wilson had Savard too well covered. Rich Sutter the other way, missing Lowry. Yanni then puts Thomas over the Blues line. Steve Thomas now with a shot. It deflects wide. Larmer behind the net, overskating a bouncing puck. Jeff Brown hammers it back the other way. And Doug Wilson will play it with 1:40 left in period 2. And the Blues out in front 3-2. Steve Thomas sliding it into the Blues zone. Savard hustling to try to save the icing. He does. But then nobody there to help him out. Ron Wilson got it to center ice. Now Sutter for St. Louis. Tips it into the Chicago end. Keith Brown now bangs it back into the Blues zone. Roenick chases after it. Couldn't get any wood on a shot, though, as Gino Cavallini tied him up. And back at center is Manson. Now St. Louis gains control as Lawler shoots a long lead, deflected, and Zezel in there well ahead of the play with 54 seconds left in the period.
Some tired hockey players here in this warm building. See it as the period wears down. High intensity level, excellent game, a lot of flow at either end. Blackhawks with 26 shots on goal. Blues with 21 and a 3-2 Blues lead. Blues with 2 goals on the power play. Brown goal at 9:42 the difference up till now. Well, Brett Hall another terrific night with a goal and 2 assists.
Now the face-off controlled by Chicago's Bob Murray. Murray bouncing one into the Blues and Riendo out to sweep it away from a rushing Goulet. And now it's flipped ahead, taken by Lemieux on the near side. A wrist shot and a save by Riendo, and he'll hang on to it.
Well, Riendo very alert in that situation. Saw Goulet speeding in, came out to clear it. And Lemieux's long shot gloved easily by Riendo, who was traded for Lemieux. Riendo and Momesso came over from Montreal. And Lemieux went with goaltender Darryl May and a draft choice to the Canadiens.
Face-off will be to the left of Riendo. Creighton and Ron Wilson ready. Wilson wins the draw. Coming to the near corner now. Creighton after it there. Ian Wilson bumping along the boards. Now there's going to be a penalty. Gord Roberts knocking down Lemieux from behind. And what's the call? The Blues Roberts, I believe, they have been ruled to have too good a grip on Jocelyn Lemieux.
Well, Roberts, one of the league leaders in that type of infraction for holding. And McCreary's going to send him off with 25 seconds to go in the period. A scramble in the corner. And then Lemieux knocked down from behind, and that's the infraction called by McCreary. His arm went up. And the veteran Gord Roberts gets the gate at 19:35. And the Blackhawks 1 for 3 on the power play. Their last power play, they didn't get a shot on Riendo. Blues with 2 for 5, and the Blackhawks 1 for 3. Their first goal of the game came on the power play.
Brian Sutter talking with Joe Micheletti, the ex-St. Louis forward, who is our defenseman, who is a co-assistant coach with Bob Berry, who's had a couple of NHL head coaching jobs. Micheletti and Berry change positions, one up in the press box and one down with Sutter on the bench, usually on a game-to-game basis. Here's the draw. Cleared behind the Blues net. Larmer put it to the near point. Bob Murray got it across to Doug Wilson. Up the boards to Savard. Savard hangs on, waiting, now shooting, and he shot it wide. Riendo never saw that. Karam's out to center ice. And the Hawks dump it back in, but they'll run out of time as the second period comes to an end. Well, the Blackhawks will open the third on the power play, but they'll open the third trailing St. Louis in the second period. 11 shots on goal for Chicago and 8 for St. Louis. The two-period totals 27-21, favoring the Blackhawks. 1 goal each way in the period. Dave Manson scored his first career playoff goal, and 6th of the year from Jeremy Roenick and Jocelyn Lemieux at 4:38. But the Blues answered that on a power play score from Jeff Brown, set up beautifully by Rod Brindamore, and Brett Hull also assisting at 9:42 to give the Blues the lead once again. So after 40 minutes of play, it's the Blues 3 and the Hawks 2. News, weather, and sports coming up on the radio, and on television, Dale will have an interview with a great gentleman, the guy we talked about earlier who has really done a great job in trying to turn this St. Louis franchise around. The chairman of the board of the Blues, Mike Shanahan, will be along to visit with Dale here on Sports Channel in a moment. After 2 periods, 3-2 Blues.
Now you can relive the classic fables and folklore of the Old West in the Great Westerns collection from Time Life Video. All your favorite stars, Robert Redford, Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, all captured for you in this Great Westerns collection. Start with the Magnificent Seven for only $9.99.
Somehow I don't think you've solved my problem.
Solving your problems isn't our line. We deal in lead, friend.
7 hired guns. 7 heroes who were mean, tough, and honest.
You think I'm brave because I carry a gun?
Then, about every other month, you'll receive another Great Western. There's no commitment to buy. Keep only the videos you want. So reach for your phone now for the Magnificent Seven. Here's how to order.
To order your Magnificent 7 video, call 1-800-841-0300 or send just $9.99 plus $3.23 shipping and handling to Western Video Collection, P.O. Box 4670, Omaha, Nebraska.
There's no magic formula for catching big bass like these. It's really a matter of know-how, the kind of know-how that brings in big winnings for the pro anglers. I'm Ray Scott, and you can share the know-how that bass pros depend on when you join the Bass Anglers Sportsman Society. As a member, you get 10 big issues a year of Bassmaster magazine, packed cover to cover with the hottest bass catching how-tos, written and photographed by anglers for anglers. And each issue is the next best thing to a fishing trip with bassing greats like Roland Martin, Guido Hibden, and Larry Nixon. If you want to go for bigger bass, go for the best know-how. Join Bass today, and I'll send you this free gift. Here's how.
Call 1-800-841-0300 to join Bass and get your free Bass Army knife from Ray Scott. It features a cutting blade, scissors, a corkscrew, fish scaler, screwdrivers, and more. You'll also receive 10 big issues of Bassmaster magazine with your $15 paid membership. That's 1-800-841-0300. Call now.
Welcome back to our New York studios. I'm Bob Papa. 2 periods complete. The Blues lead the Blackhawks 3-2. Well, Game 3 in the Norris Division Finals is taking place at the St. Louis Arena. The Blackhawks lost the home ice advantage by virtue of losing one of the first 2 games at home. Now they're trying to return the favor in this heated series. We take a look at the scoreboard, 3-2 St. Louis. Brett Hull just continues to play impressive hockey. He has scored his 9th goal, and he has 2 assists. He has been involved in all of St. Louis's goals. Well, in that second period, the St. Louis Blues were able to tighten up their defense, and they made some great plays. However, whenever the defense faltered, the goaltending came through. We take a look at the action in period number 2. Steve Larmer over to Steve Thomas, and what a glove save by Vincent Riendeau to protect the St. Louis lead. And Riendeau was very strong in the second period. Take a look at it again. Thomas all alone in front. He waits, and Riendeau was able to stick the glove up and knock the puck away. And that was one of the key plays in period number 2, protecting that lead for the St. Louis Blues. Well, 28 years ago today, the Chicago Blackhawks were involved in postseason play as well. They were battling the Toronto Maple Leafs for the Stanley Cup.
The 1962 Chicago Blackhawks defined excitement in the NHL. Led by superstars Bobby Hull and Stan Mikita, the Hawks were looking to build and add to their 1961 Stanley Cup. They blew away regular season champion Montreal in 6 games to gain the finals for the second straight year, where they faced Punch Imlach and his Toronto Maple Leafs. Led by all-star Frank Mahovlich, the Leafs prevailed in 6 games to win the Stanley Cup 28 years ago today.
And Toronto beats the Blackhawks 2-1 to win the Stanley Cup in 6 games, that back 28 years ago. Well, it is time to look back at opening round action in the Norris division. Let's show you the Prudential Player of the Series. In Chicago's series win over Minnesota, Wayne Presley stepped in and picked up the lack of scoring from Dennis Savard. Presley, who only had 6 goals in the regular season, had 5 in crunch time, and he was the man for the Blackhawks in round number 1. We salute Wayne Presley, 5 goals and 1 assist for 6 points. The unexpected job done, the Prudential Player of the Series for Chicago and Minnesota. Meanwhile, in the Toronto-St. Louis series, one player stood head and shoulders above the rest. The Blues' Brett Hull provided the scoring spark that the Maple Leafs could not match in that series. Congratulations to Brett Hull, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. He is the Prudential Player of the Series for St. Louis and Toronto. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on Sports Channel America. A look at Edmonton and Los Angeles next.
When the talk around hockey circles turns to dramatics and dedication, Bobby Bond's name ranks near the top of the list. Tonight, a hockey story of true grit on Discover Card's great moments in hockey.
Help you? Just looking.
We interrupt this browsing for another useful tool. Perfect. The card that actually pays you cash back for every charge.
That's it.
The Discover card.
Thanks for just browsing.
It pays to discover the card that pays you back.
The Toronto Maple Leafs had many heroes during the decade of the 1960s. Heroes that took Toronto to 4 Stanley Cups. But in the 1964 Cup Finals versus Detroit, the drama came from a completely unexpected source. The Leafs were trailing 3-2, playing at Detroit and facing elimination in overtime. Toronto's Bobby Bond, a defenseman who had broken his leg earlier in the game, delivered this goal. Bond, a rugged checker known for his brawn, scored the goal that vaulted Toronto to its 3rd cup in succession. The Toronto Maple Leafs and Bobby Bond, the focus on tonight's great moments in hockey, presented by the Discover card.
When sports cream, when arms are sore, when legs ache, when muscles hurt. Why Sports Cream? Massaging Sports Cream In brings fast pain relief. No medicine-y smell, no odor. Why Sports Cream? Because it works.
Monday, it's the pivotal 3rd game of the Wales Division Finals. The series between the Rangers and the Caps shifts to Landover. Or see the Bruins invade the Forum for a war with the Canadiens. The Stanley Cup playoffs on Sports Channel America, Monday.
Welcome back to our New York studios. Well, following the Blues and Blackhawks, we'll take you to Los Angeles for Game 3 between the Oilers and Kings. Edmonton is on the verge of wiping the Kings to a quick summer vacation. Through the first 2 games, Edmonton has outscored the Kings 13-1. We take a look at the action in game number 2. Jari Kurri gets his 5th goal of the playoffs in period number 3 to break the game wide open. And then the unsung player so far, Mark Lamb, number 7. Watch him here. What a shot. His 4th goal of the playoffs. He has 11 points as well. Mark Lamb has been spectacular. Now, after the game, Los Angeles Kings' Tony Granato was left wondering how to stop this awesome Edmonton Oilers team and the way they've been playing throughout the playoffs.
Just got to focus in on Game 3 now and not get too, too caught up in the fact that they're going to lose. They got to focus on the game. 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 They got to focus on
concerned with what happened. I know it's hard after a tough loss like this to just forget about it, but we're going to have to, and we just have to go back and skate hard on Sunday and see what happens.
Well, during the regular season, Los Angeles finished 15 points less than Edmonton. Now they're trying to catch the Oilers with 7 injuries. Let's take a look at the Kings and some of their injuries. Goalie Kelly Rudy is out with a bruised rib suffered in Game 2 on a Yari Curry shot. Rookie defenseman Rob Blake, he injured his knee in Game 2. Veteran defenseman Tom Laidlaw is ailing with back problems. Defenseman Tim Waters suffered an ankle injury against Calgary. He tried skating yesterday. He won't play. Forward Dave Taylor is out for the rest of the playoffs. He has a strained shoulder. Forward Scott Bugstad was injured in Game 2. He is lost for at least a week. And right wing Bob Kudelski suffered a broken finger against Calgary. His status is still questionable. Well, let's take a look at Sports Channel America's schedule as we bring you action in the Wales Conference on Monday evening. The New York Rangers will visit the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland at 7:30 for Game 3. That series is tied up at 1 apiece. Dino Ciccarelli is expected to miss the game. He has a knee injury. And we'll also bring you the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens from the Forum in Montreal. In this series, Boston leads it 2-0. They won Game 2 spectacular fashion in overtime by a score of 5-4. They won Game 1 by a score of 1-0. 7:30 Eastern. Check your local listings. Well, that wraps it up from our New York studios. I'm Bob Papa. Period 3 between St. Louis and Chicago comes your way after this.
Hi, Body Shapers. With our new Body Shaping Home Gym and video, you can get into the best shape of your life.
The Body Shaping Home Gym and Workout Video is the exercise program you've been waiting for. Your program includes the revolutionary Body Shaping Home Gym and a 50-minute instructional video. The Home Gym cable provides variable resistance, which is the most effective way to exercise. The workout video is a step-by-step exercise guide with Corey Everson as your training partner. You'll lose fat, burn calories, you'll shape and tone your entire body. The Home Gym and Workout Video sell for $29.95 each, but when you order both, the price is only $39.95. That's a savings of $20. It's the perfect workout for men and women. Call toll-free 1-800-238-3100 to order the Body Shaping Home Gym or the Workout Video. Remember, order both and save $20. Call 1-800-238-3100 and shape up forever.
Turn on Sports Channel America for exciting sports. Follow America's top amateur athletes on the USOC Olympic Sports Series. Hoops fans won't miss a beat with our exclusive national coverage of the World Basketball League. We'll canvass the world of sports and the world at large on World of International Sports. Your weekends are piston-powered with fast-paced NASCAR action and Monday night sizzles with the Pro Boxing Tour. Turn on Sports Channel America for exciting sports.
St. Louis will take a 1-goal lead into the third period, as after 40 minutes we've had more of the same. There were 2 outstanding games played in Chicago Stadium. This one living up to that advanced billing. We thought at the start of the series we'd have an excellent theater, and Mike Shanahan said it, you've said it, I've said it. What a great treat this is to watch two teams. And these are not no-hitters. They're going at each other tooth and nail, but some respect being shown.
Well, they're showing a lot of respect for the game. They're playing smart hockey. Both teams are playing physical hockey, intense hockey, and there's a good flow to it. Exciting series that's going down the wire again tonight. 3-2 lead for St. Louis, and it's a game that could go either way. It's been that close.
Certainly has. The first period much more wide open than the second period, but each team managed to score 1 goal in period 2, and so the Blues will take a 3-2 lead into the third period as we review what happened there in the second period. Dave Manson got a chance to score his first career playoff goal, but what a nifty pass by Jeremy Roenick through traffic.
Good forechecking created a chance. Jocelyn Lemieux bank pass off the boards to Roenick. Roenick, I think, was intending it for Presley. They missed Presley, and Manson, who had snuck in, just beat Riendo, who reacted late, and that made it 2-2 at 4:38. But on a power play, Brind'Amour into Hull. Hull back to Brind'Amour. Brind'Amour, backhand pass behind him to the late-coming Jeff Brown, and Jeff Brown, who's got a great shot, whipped it in to give the Blues a 3-2 lead.
And they'll take a 3-2 lead into the third, which will follow this timeout.
Did you know that even though your 800 service is working perfectly, unexpected events can keep you from getting calls.
Hello?
But only AT&T automatically covers you with our 800 assurance policy. Within 1 hour, we can reroute 800 calls to any working phone, even at home. Guaranteed. Reliability, another AT&T advantage. Call today about our special 800 offer.
Yeah, we on yet?
We on yet?
Jordan gets the ball. He drives down the left side of the fairway. Bo Jackson catches it at the wall and fires a bullet to McEnroe.
Yes.
Oh, my.
And now a word from our sponsor. Nice shoes.
Gretzky takes the puck up the ice and fires
The back end out of the bunker for a home run.
Score.
Game, set, and touchdown.
Nice shoes. And now a word from our sponsor.
Holy cow!
Because when the heat's on, you know how to cool off.
It's the right beer now.
Because when you start a beer here, you have a clear advantage.
It's the right beer now.
If you really know how to cap off an evening, reach for the taste of the Silver Bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Coors Light. It's the right beer now.
The 1990 Stanley Cup playoffs on Sports Channel America are brought to you by Coors Light, the one that won't slow you down. The Silver Bullet is the right beer now. By Nike, who reminds you to just do it. By First Brands Corporation, makers of STP oil treatment and Simonized non-abrasive car wax. And by Mercury and the full line of 1990 Mercury automobiles. See them now at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Pat Foley and Dale Talon ready for the third period. 3-2 Blues as we head to the third. Remember the Hawks with a power play for a minute and a half here to start the period. And the draw is taken by Doug Wilson. Gave it to Bob Murray. Now here's Gilbert on the left wing board, stepping over the line. Rolled it to Savard. Dennis Savard on the near side, hangs on, has room, shoots. Riendo came out to challenge and made a nice pad save. And it's cleared the other way. Savard misses Gilbert with a feed, and Paul Cavallini dumps it back in. Now Bob Murray works his way to center ice, chips it into the St. Louis zone. On the near board, Thomas delivers a big hit on Oates, who can't clear it, but Rich Sutter does. 40 seconds for the Chicago power play. Steve Thomas feeding Roenick to center. Jeremy Roenick steps in over the line on Brown. Turns on the near side, dropped it to Yanni. Yanni for Roenick, walking into the slot, shoots one. Riendo the save. Rebound taken by Presley. Presley tees it up. His shot blocked by Featherstone, and the Blues clear. Now Yanni got it to Manson at center, into the St. Louis zone. He handed it right to Ron Wilson, who clears it to center ice. The Blues penalty is over now, and both teams are back at full strength. Jeremy Roenick got help from Manson at center ice. He'll tee up a long shot. Riendo makes the blocker save to Jeff Brown. And now Momesso bangs it to center. Zessel goes down in a heap there, and the play goes on as Goulet starts Chicago back. Feeding Lemieux on right wing over the line. Jocelyn Lemieux lost it to Paul Cavallini. Cavallini gave it to Featherstone. Now Zessel. Peter Zessel pushes it in deep. And Adam Creighton got a bad hop off the glass. The Blues hold it in. Zessel, but his feed is picked off by Keith Brown. Brown harassed by Momesso. Zessel trying to steal it. He almost did, but Keith Brown then managed to clear it to center. Here comes Troy Murray. In on Jeff Brown, shoots one, and he shot it wide. Goulet on the near board. His turnaround shot is blocked in front. And Paul Cavallini hammers it back into the Blackhawk end. And Secord will have to play it. Secord feeds Troy Murray. Trying to get it in. Unable to do so. Now bounce one back of the Blues net. McLean is on it. McLean banks it to the neutral area. Dave Manson dumping it in. Taken by Secord on the near side. Secord trying to center. There's going to be a penalty coming up. Riendo's behind his own net. Riendo, Featherstone, and Dwayne Sutter all wound up behind the St. Louis goal, and a penalty is coming up here. It's St. Louis 3, Chicago 2 early in the third.
We tested STP oil treatment under the worst possible conditions. In the taxi cabs of New York City. The result? Engine lift to wear was reduced by up to 50%. And now there's an STP for your newer car, too.
You've just discovered your car has a clear coat finish, which your ordinary wax just ruined. Simonized non-abrasive wax won't scratch today's clear coat finishes, and that'll save you a lot of grief.
Glenn Featherstone cross-checked Dwayne Sutter into his own goaltender Riendo. Sutter, very painful, skates to the bench with a sore back. Featherstone goes to the penalty box for cross-checking. And the Blackhawks' 5th power play of the night and 3rd in a row. They're 1 for 4 in their last couple of power plays. They've had very few scoring chances on them. Riendo had a tough save on Savard earlier in the last power play, and that was it. Blackhawks not very efficient when trailing after 2 periods of play. Only 3 wins all year long.
Now the draw taken by Bob Murray, whose shot deflects to the near side. Savard to the line, and Doug Wilson across to Murray. Back to Wilson, deep slot, put it to Savard. Here's the shot. Riendo the save. Rebound cleared, not out. Wilson keeps it in for Savard, top of the ring. Savard hangs on, walks into the deep slot. Now takes the long shot, didn't get through to the net. Wilson on the far board to the corner, and Creighton got a bump from Lawler. Ron Wilson steals, and his clearing effort winds up in the seat, so the Blues get a bad break.
Riendo shut the legs as Savard tried to go to the 5-hole, and then Savard with a long shot as he drifted back to the blue line, deflected off a teammate and into the corner, and then Wilson shot it into the bench. But Savard taking that shot from the point, hoping for a deflection, because I don't think he intended to score from there. A minute and a half remaining on the Blackhawk power play. Blues have done a great job of killing penalties after giving up the power play goal early in the first period. Marc Martin with the headsets, the former head coach of the Blues.
And the answer to the trivia question, who's the only St. Louis coach to eliminate a Chicago team in the playoffs? Jacques Martin is the man with that distinction. Ron Wilson almost looks like he's trying to break his stick, but no such luck so far. And Wilson will have to square off with Larmer for the draw here. And he's, no, not anymore. He's already been tossed out by linesman Hodges. So Lowry and Larmer get ready.
Wilson wants a new stick, but Curry won't let him go. And that's what Wilson's complaining about to the bench. That's why he probably didn't want to take the faceoff for fear of breaking his stick.
Now in the far corner, Larmer trying to center one. Goulet too well covered, and Ron Wilson cleared.
Well, maybe Goulet did get a piece of it, but it hit Riendo, and he wasn't quite sure where it was.
Now in the neutral zone, the Blues able to clear it. A minute left on the Chicago power play. Here comes Steve Larmer. Larmer weaving over the St. Louis line, trying to split 2 checks, couldn't do it. Adam Oates clears. Now Bob Murray. Cleared it to Roenick, flying in over the line, leaves for Thomas on the far side. Back to the line, Bob Murray. For Thomas, the one-timer. Riendo stopped it to Roberts, clearing.
Riendo makes the save. Thomas letting it go from a sharp angle, and he saw it all the way.
One more rush on this Hawk power play as Thomas flips it in there. Lowry tied up behind the goal. Roenick trying to jam it out of there. He did, but it's taken by Paul Cavallini. On his backhand, he shot it over everybody's head and the glass and into the seats. Oh, just 8 seconds left on Featherstone's penalty, and the Blues will have made a key penalty kill here.
Right now, the power play, the difference. 2 goals for the Blues, only 1 for the Blackhawks in a 3-2 St. Louis lead. Larmer to the side of the net. Tries to put it out front in traffic. I think Goulet, who had a stick tied up by Lawler, had kicked it into the crease, and Riendo made the save. Good job by Lawler of tying up Goulet with a dangerous sniper in the goal mouth area.
Creighton and Ron Wilson for the draw. Taken by the Blues, Paul Cavallini. Then Creighton got it back. Trying to center one, stolen by Paul Cavallini. Here come the Blues. Cavallini, a back pass to Ron Wilson. Wilson trying to center it. It deflects to Lemieux. The Blues penalty is over. Both teams at full strength. And Dwayne Sutter scoops it into the St. Louis end of the ice. Riendo to the right wing boards, Hull. Brad Hull tied up, then Cavallini cleared it away to Momesso. He's surrounded at center, then Hull carries on and lost it as he came over the line. Sergio Momesso dumping it in. Keith Brown starts the Hawks back ahead to Thomas. Now he gave it to Troy Murray over the line. Murray waiting for some help. Rolled it in deep for Thomas. And Lawler came to take it away from him, carrying it to the center ice area. Manson dumps it back in. Mike Lawler got knocked down. Troy Murray took it away, and he was knocked to the ice by Zezel. And the Blues come up with it. Brett Hull got it to center, and Momesso puts it in the Chicago zone. Trent Yanni around the boards to Thomas. Steve Thomas now cranks a long shot, gloved by Vincent Riendo easily, and he gave it to Hull. He shot it to center ice, and the Blues dump it in from there. 7 minutes gone in the third. St. Louis clinging to a 3-2 lead as the Hawks dump it in right in front. Savard shot and a save by Riendo. The Blues were hoping for an icing call, but Savard outworked everybody to get to the loose puck. Now Greg Gilbert for Savard, far corner. Savard around one check. Now walks in behind the net. Savard knocked down. There'll be a penalty coming up against the Blues. And the Blackhawks will get yet another power play chance. It'll be their 4th straight. And they better cash in here because you have to believe that the Blues will get a manpower advantage pretty soon. 12 and a half left in the third. 3-2 St. Louis.
Oh, 5 more minutes. It's our anniversary. Let's call it sick.
Can't.
Oh, 10 years deserves something.
True.
Haven't I made you coffee for 10 years?
Haven't I had to drink it? Now, come on.
Why?
Show your friends this. Happy anniversary.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The Diamond Anniversary Band. This year. Tell her you'd marry her all over again.
Okay, I'll show him. Tomorrow.
Second straight trip for cross-checking at 7:24 this time. The first one at 3:28. Featherstone for cross-checking. Savard, nice move to get around Featherstone. Looked to pass it. Wilson went down. He goes in behind the net. Featherstone hacks at him, then knocks him down from behind. A cross-checking penalty after Savard missed a great chance on a Larmer dump-in. Gilbert set a pick. Savard snuck in behind and then just shanked it wide of the net, as Riendo might have gotten a piece of it with the pad.
Roenick, Thomas, and Presley to start the Hawk power play with Manson and Yanni. Here's Manson at the near point. Up the boards to Thomas, side of the net. Here's Presley with a shot, blocked by Riendo. Rebound, trickles out to center. Now Yanni puts it through to Roenick on the move at center ice. Gains the line, then stops along the near board. Roenick, side of the net. Presley trying to stop it in, couldn't. Roenick shoots. He shot it just wide off the end of the stick. Out to the far point. Yanni, his shot blocked out in front, and Ron Wilson clears. And Presley and Schneps are going to get penalties here as they had difficulty separating. They came back up the ice right in front of McCreary, and they both had the lumber going a little bit. They'll both be sent off. 12 minutes for the third. 3-2 Blues as we pause for a regional break.
Sports Channel America and USA Today want to put you in the Stanley Cup Finals. We're giving away round-trip coach airfare for two, 4-day, 3-night hotel accommodations, and tickets to the first two games of the Stanley Cup Finals. Call to order USA Today and be entered automatically, or send your name, address, and daytime phone number on a postcard to the address on the screen. Postcards must be received by May 3rd, and you must be at least 18 years old to enter. Win a trip to one of these great cities in the USA Today Sports Channel America Stanley Cup Finals giveaway.
Traffic in front of Riendo. A couple of shots kicked away by Riendo. Presley trying to act as a screen or for a tip in. That's knocked into Riendo, and then Schneps works him over, and then they get up and swing their sticks at each other, offsetting minor penalties for slashing at 8:07 of the third period. 10 shots to nothing, the Blackhawks here in the third period, but they've had 2 power plays. The Blues protecting a 1-goal lead. Still a minute 17 remaining on the power play.
Now it's Troy Murray with Savard and Larmer. Bob Murray and Wilson, the point men. And here comes Bob Murray, aiding Doug Wilson, who dumps it in there. Into the far corner, Larmer and Sutter come together. Larmer dug it out to Bob Murray. Near point to Doug Wilson. Gave it back to Murray. Up the board to Savard. To Wilson at the far point. His long shot. Tip! Deflected wide off a Blues player. Hawk working a pick play to try to free up Wilson. Now Murray. He's going to run a pick again for Wilson. Now he had to give it to Savard. Back to Wilson. Here it comes. Didn't get through. Savard to Bob Murray. It bounced over his stick. Taken by Paul Cavallini. He couldn't get it by Troy Murray. Now Murray on the near board. To Wilson at the line. Across for Savard. He's got some room. Couldn't shoot it. Now Bob Murray trying to shank it in front of the net. And it dribbled to the near side where the Blues clear to center. Savard quickly back over the line, but the Hawks had failed to clear as Larmer and Troy Murray couldn't get outside the line in time, and the whistle blows.
Blackhawks trying a different setup here on the power play. Doug Wilson creeps over to the far side. Bob Murray then moves in, sets a pick on the top guy in the box. Savard on the far side. Bob Murray comes in to pick on Sutter. Wilson lets it go. It comes through. I believe it hits the skate of Cavallini, hits the side of the net, and through the legs of Riendo. I should say it hit the side of the net after it deflected through the legs of Riendo on the shot from Wilson. It hit the skate of Paul Cavallini and came out the near side. 13 seconds left on the 6th Blackhawk power play. 4th power play in a row. Blackhawks had 16 shots in the first period, 11 in the second, and now 11 here in the third. The Blues have yet to get a shot on goal. And yet they have the lead.
As you mentioned, though, 2 Hawk power plays contributing to that one-sided margin here in the third period. The Blues win the draw and clear it, and the penalty now is over. Both teams back at full strength. Heath Brown bangs it in. Round to the near side. It deflects to Zezel, who bounced it to center ice. Conroy puts Lemieux back over the St. Louis line. Jocelyn Lemieux lost the handle along the boards. Now Lemieux perseveres behind the net. He dug it out. Lemieux to Dwayne Sutter, who shoots one. Tip. Oh, that deflected over top of the net. Now Lemieux got a big hit from Lawler in the corner. And the Blues gain control and clear it back into the Chicago end. We're halfway through the third period, 3-2 in favor of the Blues. As the Hawks dump it in. Paul Cavallini. Bumped by Thomas, but he cleared it to the far side, and Brind'Amour can't get it out. Thomas in the corner. Center one, quick shot. Oh, Riendo, what a save on Goulet. Michel Goulet, a quick release right from the doorstep, and Riendo with a right pad. Keeps the Blues out in front. Here's a steal by Roenick to Thomas for Goulet. Riendo again. Rebound to the Blues, and they clear. Vincent Riendo. Two glorious saves on Michel Goulet, and the Blues still have the lead. It's 3-2 St. Louis.
Vincent Riendo, brilliant here in the third period. The Hawks had 2 power plays. They don't score on Riendo. Thomas out front to Goulet, the quick shot. Riendo kicked it away. And then right after it, a giveaway by the Blues, picked off by Roenick into Goulet, and Riendo the same type of save on a quick shot from Goulet.
That's the 40th shot of the game by the Blackhawks. Riendo stopped 38 of them. But none better than those 2 chances that Goulet just had. Both teams back at full strength. Now the draw to the right of Riendo. More of the same on Tuesday night. Game 4 back here in the St. Louis Arena, and what a terrific series this has been. Great theater. All the way through it to this point. Here comes Lowry racing in on Wilson, trying to cut for the net. Wilson said no and crunched him into the end board. Now Gilbert the other way. Slips it ahead too far for Savard. And the Blues, Lowry dumps it in. Doug Wilson looking for Greg Gilbert. Rich Sutter stepped into him. Gilbert chopped it loose though, and Savard got it out to center ice. Now Roberts in his own end. Leads Momesso on the left wing boards. He couldn't get it in deep, and Keith Brown sends it back the other way. Jeff Brown for St. Louis. Bounce it to center ice. Here's Momesso taking a long shot. The first shot on goal for St. Louis in the period. Millen with no trouble there. He'll go down to cover it up for a whistle.
The puck seemed to dip a bit. Momesso in the first shot, as you said, and the puck seemed to drop, and Millen made the save and then fell on top of it. Might as well take an opportunity. Goaltender hasn't felt the puck the entire period. He might lose his concentration. Good play on Momesso's part.
The broadcast rights to this game have been granted to Sports Channel and WBBM News Radio 78 by the Chicago Blackhawks solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the consent of Sports Channel or WBBM Radio in Chicago is prohibited.
8 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in another great game.
Zezel and Creighton to the left of Millen. A couple of players have difficulty lining up. Presley called to the bench by Mike Keenan. And just a quick word before he gets back out onto the ice. Now ready. Couple of players jumped the gun. Creighton and Zezel now square them up. And the draw right to the goal mouth. Millen leaves it there for Yanni. Trent Yanni fought off one check, then Hall stole it trying to center, and it's picked off, and out come the Hawks. Creighton steps over the line, put it to Lemieux up the slot, cutting in, shoot. He shot it wide as the puck was flopping on him. He couldn't get much wood on it. Now Presley's shaken up as he got leveled in the corner, but the play goes on. Presley is back on his feet. Here's Jeff Brown for St. Louis. Looking to clear it, and he hammers it back the other way, and now Zezel got leveled by Creighton, and Presley gave him a cheap shot afterward. And we have some penalties on the way.
And I think Momesso's going to get a 10-minute misconduct. Curry obviously didn't like what Momesso said to him, but Creighton got away with one. He flattened him. Zezel well behind the play, and then Presley took a shot at him as well. No time to lose control now in the 3-2 hockey game. Still plenty of time. It's under 8 minutes to go.
It's St. Louis 3, Chicago 2. This is Chicago.